All right, welcome back to King Online Trading School. If this is the first time you'll be watching this analysis or any of our videos, make sure you click that subscribe button and don't forget to activate the bell icon, guys. Okay, so before I get started, let me take a few seconds to indicate that if this is the first time you'll be watching this analysis, what you are looking right in front of you, this is a strategy called the King strategy, and this strategy is a combination of moving averages, stochastic, and RSI. And this strategy has well over 75% win rate if you trade it according to the rules. And if you really want to learn more about this strategy, make sure you watch this video to the end, or you can also check the description box below. There's a link where you can learn more about how to set up this strategy and how to trade it profitably. All right, so and we also have a video on the sniper entry where you can use something, you can take 15 to 20 pips to get huge reward. Okay, so feel free to learn more about this strategy. But before I go deeper, I would like to use this opportunity to invite the general public and you as well to partake in our forthcoming harmonic scanner plus supply and demand trading workshop, 5 days harmonic scanner and supply and demand trading workshop. This is going to be a trading workshop like never before. So if you really want to learn more on how to trade with harmonic scanner, combining it with the supply and demand trading demand zone, including trend line, this is going to be a powerful one for you guys. So make sure you join us. Join our Telegram link below or join our WhatsApp link below. All the links are in the description box. So this 5 days training will be starting on Sunday, November 28th, 2021. Okay, Sunday, November 28th, 2021. This is going to last for 5 days. Okay, so feel free to join us by 8 p.m. on Sunday, by 7:30 p.m. right, Nigerian time, and of course London time, and that's going to be 6:30 Ghana time and 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so ensure you join our Telegram link for more details. Okay, so guys, let's get started with this analysis. So this week analysis is between Monday, November 22 to Friday, November 26, 2021. Monday, November 22 to Friday, November 26, 2021. Okay, so before I go deeper, I would like to chip in that I analyze this from 4 hours to weekly, and we take our entry based on 1 hour. So come along with me, let's dive into the whole process. Okay, so the first pair I'm going to be taking a look at right now is AUDUSD. Of course, AUDUSD played out excellently well, and of course, all 79% of all the trade we analyzed last week played out according to the analysis, and good luck to those who took all those trades. So AUDUSD is currently sell bias right now. So if I should come to the weekly, I see on weekly that the weekly candle closed in red, and this closed with a momentum candle. So this is an assurance that we should expect more downside on AUDUSD. So the weekly target on AUDUSD, we expect AUDUSD to still pull down to this yellow support at 0.7102. Okay, so if I should come down to the daily, we also see a bearish engulfing candlestick right now on the daily candle. This is another signal telling us that more downside is going to come on the daily. So for our target right now, we will be taking a look at the daily candle to drop down to the blue support at 0.7166. That is going to be the daily target for us. So coming down to our entry time frame, which is H1, we wait for the pullback towards the 120 moving average, and we take our trade on its way down once the cross happen to the downside, and our first profit will be taken before the blue support at 0.7166, and if this level get broken, we are heading down to the yellow support. So this is going to be a good trade to look out for. AUDUSD, look out for a sell. AUDNZD is currently sell bias according to H1 and 4. So coming to the weekly time frame, we see this close with a perfect engulfing candlestick pattern. So perfect bearish engulfing. So we expect this to keep pushing down. But right now we see this is sitting at the daily support right now. But we expect this level to get broken for AUDNZD to drop down to the yellow support at 1.0124. All right. So if I should switch down to the daily, we see this close in red, all right, with some indecision right there. So we still expect AUDNZD to touch the last low on the daily, which is located at this level right here at 1.0284. So AUDNZD on the daily side, we expect it to drop down to this level, and if this level get broken, that is when we'll be targeting the higher time frame on the weekly side. So if going back to the entry time frame, which is H1, we wait for the pullback right here, something like this, and we take our entry once the cross happen to the downside. So that is when we should be looking out for a sell on AUDNZD, and our first profit should be taken before the blue support. And if that level get broken, then we target the next support at the yellow support, which is at 1.0124. All right, so this is also a good trade to monitor, guys. AUDNZD, look for a sell. AUDCAD. AUDCAD is currently sell bias according to H1 and 4. Okay, so the weekly time frame, we also see this close in red with a momentum candle to the downside. So this is an assurance that all this little level right here on the daily side is going to be cleared, and we expect AUDCAD to drop down to the yellow support at 0.8873. So coming down to the daily side, we see this close in red as well. So, and this pair is here to touch the support again. So, which is what we believe is going to do if ever price is going to reverse right from here. So, our daily target for AUDCAD is located at this level, 0.9098. All right. So that's going to be the daily target. So coming into our entry time frame, the cross has already happened. So wait for that pullback. All right. Then take your sell entry on its way down. And our first profit, as usual, will be taken before the blue support, and if that level get broken, we'll be targeting the yellow support at 0.8873. So AUDCAD, this is also a good trade to look out for a sell. Look for a sell on AUDCAD. AUDUSD is the next pair I want to talk about. This is currently sell bias according to H1 and 4 on AUD Swiss franc, I beg your pardon. So the weekly candle, we see this close in perfect engulfing candlestick. So this is an assurance that we should expect more downside on the AUDCHF. So our target, what we are looking out for, where we are looking out for AUDCHF to drop down to is at this level right here, which is at this yellow support at 0.6518. Okay, so dropping down to the daily, we see this close in red, and this is currently sitting at a significant daily support. Okay, so right now this is an area where we should take a critical look right here. So if I should pull back to if I should drop down to the entry time frame, which is H1, so we should wait for the pullback. All right, wait for the pullback and catch the entry to the downside. So the entry to the downside, our first profit is going to be at this level, which is located right here at 0.6698. And of course, we'll be taking a critical look at this level. So once this level get broken and we see a daily close of candle right below this level, then that is when we'll be targeting the weekly support at 0.65 1.18. So AUD Swiss franc, this is also a good trade to look out for a sell. So we'll wait for the right entry to come in before we take the trade. So AUD Swiss franc, look for a sell. AUDJPY. AUDJPY is currently sell buyers according to H1 and 4. So the weekly candle closed in red. So this gives us some assurance that we should expect more downside. And our weekly target for this is at this level right here, which is also at the same level with the 120 moving average on the weekly. So we expect AUDJPY to drop down to this yellow support at 79.90. So coming to the daily, we see this close in the perfect bearish engulfing, but this is currently sitting at the daily support right here. So as you can see, so now guys, I must tell you that this level is most likely going to get broken due to this candlestick pattern. So this is going to this is an assurance, a huge level assurance telling us that this level is most likely going to get broken. So if this level get broken, our target is going to be towards the yellow support. So dropping down to our entry time frame. So we should wait for this pullback to happen. So catch your sell entry to the downside. And the first profit is of course going to be taken before the blue support at 81.98. And if that level get broken, then we'll be heading down to the yellow support at 79.90. So AUDJPY, a good trade to also look out for a sell. Look for a sell on AUDJPY. Swiss franc JPY is also on the downside right now. So the weekly candle, we see this close in the in red. So we should expect more downside, and we expect, based on law of supply and demand, we are expecting Swiss franc JPY on the weekly side to drop down to this yellow support right here at 118.98. So we are very, very optimistic this is going to drop down towards this level, but this may not take 1 week for this pair to drop down to, but we're going to see how fast price is going to move towards this level. So the daily side, we see this close in red. So another confirmation indicating to us for more downside. So with this in mind, we expect Swiss franc JPY to drop down to the daily demand right here, which is at this level. So we should expect more downside on Swiss franc JPY to 121.70 on the daily side. So coming to the entry time frame, wait for the pullback. We're going to wait for the pullback, then we catch the sell entry to the downside. So, and our first profit is going to be before this blue support. And if this blue support get broken, we see daily candle close below this level, then we are heading to the weekly support right here. So Swiss franc JPY, this is also a good trade to look out for a sell, guys. CAD JPY is on the downside as well, so it's good to look for a sell. So coming to the weekly candle, we see this close in red. So we also expect the same thing we are expecting on the Swiss franc JPY is what we are expecting on CAD JPY. So we expect CAD JPY to drop down, big move to drop to this demand zone right here, which is also located at this support at 84.69. Okay, so coming to the daily time frame, we see this close in the perfect bearish engulfing. So a confirmation for us to see that this pair on the daily side is also going to drop down to this level right here towards this 120 moving average on the daily time frame. So we have 98% assurance that this is going to drop down to this daily support right here, okay, which is at 88.78. So if I should draw down to our daily time frame right here, then we should wait for the pullback on our entry time frame, then catch the sell entry to the downside, and the first profit should be taken before the support, the blue support at 88.78. This is a very significant area, guys. It's something we should take a look, critical look at. So this is going to be a good trade as well. So CAD-JPY is also a good one to look out for a sell. CAD-JPY, look out for a sell. Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc is currently to the downside right here, according to H1 and 4. So the weekly candle is an tells us that indicates to us that this is most likely going to keep pushing down because it closed in red. And we will see the previous week candle close as an indecision, as you can see right here. So and the following week, which is the just concluded week, ended in red. So a clear confirmation that more downside is most likely going to continue. And we see this on the weekly side close below this strong support right here. So a double confirmation for us to keep looking out for more downside on Euro Swiss franc. And our weekly target for this is located at this level right here, okay, which is at 1.0277. So that is going to be our weekly target. So right now, guys, dropping down to the daily, we see a perfect bearish engulfing, another confirmation indicating to us that more downside is going to happen on Euro Swiss franc. So the pullback has happened. For the continuation, it's going to be good to take the continuation right here. If markets open up, you either wait for something like this to happen, okay? So I take your trade on its way down, and our overall target is going to be towards the yellow support. So you can take some profit along the way, while our overall profit is going to be the yellow support at 1.0277. All right. So that is it, guys. Euro Swiss franc is going to be a good one to look out for a sell. So the next one I'm going to talk about is EURJPY. EURJPY is also currently sell bias. Almost the same structure we're seeing on Euro Swiss franc is what we are seeing on EURJPY. So EURJPY on the weekly side, we see this close in red, massive red candle to the downside. So currently we see this sitting at we see it sitting at a good support zone right here. But of course, we see expect more downside on this pair to at least touch the 120 moving average on the weekly side. So that is what we're going to be targeting for this week on the EURJPY, to touch the 120 moving average, which is located at 126.97. So coming down to the daily, we see this close. We see this close in red with a perfect bearish engulfing. But right now, as I said, this is sitting at a significant support. But we expect this support to get broken right here, guys. So we, with this in mind, we should wait for this proper pullback to happen to give us a better chance. Then take your sell entry to the downside, and our first profit should be taken before the blue support. And if that level get broken, then our weekly target is located at the yellow support at 126.97. EURJPY is also a good one to take a good to target for a sell. EURUSD is currently sell bias according to H1 and 4. The weekly candle closed in red, okay, massive red candle to the downside. So with this in mind, we are expecting this area right here to get broken on the weekly, okay? So for now, our weekly target is going to be is where we are looking at right at this junction, which is at 1.0755. So this may not take 1 week or two for price to get to this level, but we are going to see how fast this is going to go. Okay, so coming down to the daily time frame, we see this close in perfect engulfing candlestick, perfect bearish engulfing candlestick. So we should expect more downside on this pair as we have seen, and our daily target is located right at this junction right here, which is at 1.1157. All right, coming down to our entry time frame. The entry time frame, then we have to wait for the pullback. Okay, we wait for the pullback, then we catch the sell entry to the downside. Okay, to look out for more sell. All right. So look out for more sales. So and our weekly target is located right at this yellow support. So our weekly target is located at this yellow support. So Euro USD is obviously going to be a good one to look out for a sell, but we must wait for this proper structure to happen, guys, okay, before we can pick the trade. All right, so Euro USD is a good one to look out for a sell. So look for a sell on Euro USD. Euro GBP. Euro GBP is also sell bias. It's on the downside right now. So coming to the weekly time frame, we see this close in a long red candle. So this is an assurance for us to see more downside on this pair. So Euro GBP, our weekly target is located right at this junction, as we still expect it to drop down to this level right here at 0.8280. Okay, before we can see any reversal or break of structure to the downside. So the daily time frame, we see this close in inside back as an inside back candlestick pattern. So this tells us that we should wait for some pullback. But right now, I can see that this level has been broken as we've seen price close below this level. So confirmation for us to look for more sell right on this pair. So going to the entry time frame, we should wait for this pullback to happen, then take the sell entry to the downside. And the target is going to be towards the yellow support at 0.8280. So Euro GBP, a good one to look for a sell. GBPAUD. GBPAUD is currently buy bias according to H1 and 4. So the weekly candle, we see this close in a close as a long green candle. So a momentum candlestick pattern for that matter. So this is an assurance that we should expect more upside on GBPAUD. Okay, so if I should draw down to the daily candlestick also closed in the green. So another confirmation to us that we should expect this to keep pushing up, and we see this is currently trading on the above the 120 moving average on the daily time frame. So we should expect more upside. So right here on the GBPAUD, our daily target is found right at this blue resistance right here, okay, which is located at 1.8776. all right, 1.8776. And if that level get broken, we will be targeting the weekly resistance. So coming to our entry time frame, the pullback phase is about to happen. So wait for the pullback to happen and to complete, then take your buy trade to the upside, and our first profit will be taken before the blue resistance. And if that level get broken, then we'll be targeting the yellow resistance. So GBPAUD is also a good trade to look out for a buy. GA, look out for a buy. GBPCAD. GBPCAD is also buy bias according to H1 and 4. So going to our weekly candlestick, weekly candlestick shows that this is still bullish. Okay, as this close with a strong big green candle to the upside. So we expect more upside to happen right on this pair. So this may be a long way to the upside, to this yellow resistance at 1.7600. all right, so coming to the daily time frame, we see this is currently approaching the daily resistance. So right now, as the daily resistance is yet to be tested fully. So right now we expect GBPCAD on the daily time frame to pull up to this resistance at 1.7084. So coming to our entry time frame, the pullback is already happening. Once you see the cross to the upside, this is going to be a good one to look out for a buy. All right, and the first profit will be taken at this level, and if this level get broken, then it's going to be a huge one to the upside. So GBPCAD, look out for a buy. GCAD, look out for a buy. GN. GBPNZD is currently bias right now according to H1 and 4. So the weekly candle, we see this close in green. So this is an assurance that we should obviously look for more push up. Okay, so and the daily candle, we see this close as an inside bar. So this inside bar may be a symbol of reversal towards this level right here, but we will see how this is going, how far this is going to pull back. So coming to our entry time frame, we see this as pull back a little bit. So let's wait for the pullback, then catch your entry. But you have to be mindful of this pair. Okay, you have to be mindful of the 5 and 12 moving average, not to close below the red moving average. Okay, and if that should happen, that has invited this setup. Otherwise, it's going to be a good one to look out for a buy. So, and our first profit will be taken at this resistance right here at 1.9297, and if this level get broken, we are moving higher to the yellow resistance. So GBPNZD, look out for a buy. GBPNZD, look out for a buy. NZDUSD, NZDUSD is currently sell bias according to H1 and 4. So the weekly candle, we see this close in red. Okay, and of course we see expect this pair to pull up to complete this move, okay, towards this demand zone right here. So we expect this to pull a little bit down during this coming week towards 0.6873. Okay, so coming to the daily candlestick, we see this has broken the 120 moving average right here. Okay, and this also closed in red. So this is a confirmation that we should obviously look for more downside. But right now, we must be mindful that this is sitting at a support right here. But we expect this level to get broken for price to test the yellow support right here. So coming to our entry time frame, we wait for the pullback right here, and we should expect more downside. So we expect this pair to keep pushing down a little bit more. So we are going to see how that is going to go. All right. So NZDUSD, this is another good trade to look out for a sell. NZDJPY is currently sell bias to the downside right here on the H1 and 4. So the weekly candle, we see this close in red. Almost the same structure we've seen on NZ is what we are seeing right here. So we expect NZDJPY to drop down to retest this area right here, which is at 76.65. So the daily candle, we see this close as a perfect bearish engulfing. So this is a clear confirmation that this area right is most likely going to be respected. And this is seen as a good demand zone right here. So we expect NZDJPY to drop down to this demand zone right here. So coming to our entry time frame, we have seen the break of structure on lower time frame. Okay, so wait for the pullback, then take your sell entry to the downside. And profit is going to be towards this level right here. You may take some profits in between, okay, but overall target for the week is towards the yellow support at 78.65. So NZDJPY, this is going to be a good trade to look out for a sell. USDCAD, we are currently bias according to this strategy on this pair. Okay, so the weekly candle, we see this close in green. So this is a symbol that we should expect some kind of push up during this coming week. So we expect USDCAD to pull up to the yellow resistance at 1.22890. All right, so that's going to be our weekly target. And the daily candle also closed as a perfect bullish engulfing candlestick. All right, but this is currently sitting at it's currently sitting at a supply zone right here, but we see the supply has been tested earlier on, and now is ready to get broken to respect the weekly time frame. So coming to our daily time, our entry time frame, let's wait for the pullback to happen. Okay, Wait for the pullback to happen. Catch your buy entry to the upside. Catch your buy entry to the upside. And our overall target is going to be towards the yellow resistance, but we can take some profit before it gets to that promised land. So USDCAD, this is going to be a good trade to look out for a buy. The last one I'm going to talk about right here, I'm going to analyze, is USD Swiss franc. USD Swiss franc, according to H1 and 4, is currently buy biased. So right here we see this close in the green with some rejection. Okay, but right now this is currently sitting at a major area, a major resistance right here, as you can see, respecting the 120 moving average. So we're going to take a close look, but we still expect this pair to pull up to this resistance at 0.9363 during this coming week before we can see any significant drop right here, if ever. So the daily candle closed at a perfect bullish engulfing candlestick. So we should expect more upside towards the yellow resistance on the weekly. So coming down to our entry time frame, let's wait for this pullback to happen. Okay, catch your buy entry to the upside. Catch your buy entry to the upside, and the target is towards the yellow resistance at 0.9363. So guys, this is all I have for you, and I must tell you that all these trade setup are excellent trade setup, guys. They are trade setup that we should not joke with. So a quick recap on this: Euro USD, look for a sell. Euro NZD, look for a sell. AUD CAD, sell. AUD Swiss franc, sell. AUD JPY, sell. Swiss franc JPY, sell. CAD JPY, look for a sell. USD Swiss franc, look for a sell. USD USD Euro Swiss franc, I beg your pardon, look for a sell. EURJPY, look for a sell. Euro USD, look for a sell. EURGBP, look for a sell. GBPAUD, look for a buy. GBPCAD, look for a buy. GBPNZD, look for a buy. NZDUSD, sell. NZDJPY, sell. USDCAD, buy. USD Swiss franc, sell. USD Swiss franc, I beg your pardon, look for a buy. So the weak pair, according to this strategy, is that AUD is currently weak, Euro is currently weak, and the strong pair we can spot are JPY is weak, USD is currently weak, and GBP is also partially weak. Sorry, it's also partially strong right here. JPY USD are strong. GBP is also strong, but not as strong as JPY. So my advice for you guys and the trade to look out for is look out for trades on AUD and Euro. All right, look out for trades on AUD and Euro, but all the trade analysis and all the trade setup we have for this week, according to this strategy, are super great, guys. So make sure you watch this video, make sure you take the trade according to the strategy, and do not forget to click that subscribe button if you are here to do so, and make sure you share this with your loved ones. And once again, before I round this up, on the Sunday 28th of November of this month, we will be having 5 days harmonic pattern trading workshop, coupled with supply and demand trading plus 1 month trading mentorship. This is going to be a training like never before. All right, if you really want to learn more about harmonic pattern, you want to learn more on how to combine harmonic pattern with supply and demand trading, you want to be in this lecture, guys. Okay, guys, so this is all I have for you. I'm going to see you guys on the next one and on the crypto side on Monday. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and happy trading. Bye bye for now, and God bless.